Hey you, welcome to my channel. It's really good to have you here. This is going to be an interesting video, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification as well because there is more where this came from. I know I say it every time, but it is actually going to be an interesting video. This video is going to be more interesting than all the videos that has come before it, and here is why. Drum roll, please. Yeah, from the title, you already know I'm going to be making lasagna. So, a little backstory. I first had lasagna in 2014, so that's about almost 10 years now. Yeah, and ever since that first bite, I've not been able to get my mind off it, like that very first bite. Of course, I enjoyed a full plate of lasagna that day, but that first bite changed my life. Like, I never knew I would resonate so much with a foreign dish as much as I did with lasagna. I don't know if it was the cheese, I don't know if it was the meat, I don't know if it was the noodle, like I don't know what it was, but it's probably a combination of all these things I mentioned because it was just perfect. And it wasn't like my first time of having cheese with minced meat. Like, of course, I've had burger. I'm not a big fan of burger, but I've had burger. Yeah, burger is not lasagna, but I'm talking about the combo. And yes, I've had noodles and minced meat, but there was just something about that first bite that was like, I should know how to cook this. Like, I should be able to make this for me and mine. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been wanting to make lasagna, like for the longest time. And today is that day, like almost 10 years of waiting. And so it's going to be an interesting video. So pull up a cushion, sit back and relax, because here is my mission to make lasagna that's going to taste better than whatever you've ever eaten. I just have to take that in. Okay, so yeah, of course, I've researched, I've read, I've watched videos. I have also reminisced on the taste I had in that first bite and subsequent bites. And I've come up with a recipe that I think is going to work. I've not tried it. This is my first time. I'm doing it on camera. Yes, arrest me. I'm doing it on camera. It's my first time. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm trying to hide my excitement. I hope I'm hiding it well. After that first experience, I've actually tried lasagna a couple of times, but it was not the same. It was not the same because the first time set like a very high standard for all the lasagna, like the rest of the lasagna in the world. And it's because I had it in Rome. Like, it's like having jollof rice at a Nigerian barrel. You check it, you can't talk that because barrel rice is like the best. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the dead just contributing their own quota in making the guests feel like, yeah, I see you. That's why after my research, I came up with a recipe that is a fine line between that first bite and all the other recipes I saw because, oh my God, did I see so many recipes. Because it's like their local dish and everyone kind of have their own spin on it. So this is my own recipe. Let's get right into the ingredients. You have to come close for this. Come close. Closer. Closer. Say cheese. Some shredded mozzarella cheese. This is also mozzarella cheese, but sliced. And garlic. Finely chopped garlic. Over here we have more cheese, but this is ricotta cheese. I made this cheese. I'm so proud to say that I made this ricotta cheese. Some finely chopped onions. Yeah, so this is not one of those dishes where the onions will be staring at me and I'll be staring back at it. Here we don't really need to know it's there, so finely chopped. And here we have some minced meat. This is beef. And parsley. These are finely chopped parsley. Here we have some whey. So whey is basically the remnant of cheese water. I stored some just in case I need some water because I don't have any beef broth or meat broth. So I stored some whey so that if I need some water, I can use it. Why stray far from the whole cheesy vibe? Yeah. We have the MOC, which is the lasagna noodles. salt, ground chili, dry oregano, dry thyme, marinara sauce, 1 egg, vegetable oil, and the last ingredient is water. Now let's get to cooking. Turn up. I'm going to get some water in my pot. Light my stove. Put the pot on the stove. So this is to boil the lasagna noodles. Add some salt to the water. Give it a cook there so it's not just sitting in one spot. And I'm adding my lasagna noodles now. I broke them to this size because of the casserole I'm using to make the lasagna. I figured it would be easier to break them while they're still hard. I'll cover it now and I'm going to let it cook for about 4 minutes. So I'm going to light this burner and start making the sauce because why wait? Put the pot on the stove and throw in my minced meat. I'll break it down. This meat is cooking really fast. I just added some onions, some of the chopped onions, and I'm going to continue breaking it down. So this is the only spice I'm using for now. I want to get the meat done first before I start spicing it up. So our meat is almost done. I'm going to cover it and let it cook for 5 more minutes. And put the lid on it. See ya in 5 minutes. Let's check on our noodles. Our noodle is al dente and I think it's there. So al dente is just it's not being too soggy or too hard. So yeah, it's ready. Let me turn it out now. Hanging it out on this sieve so that it doesn't get stuck on each other. So the noodles are all spread out and just hanging and waiting for me. Let's check on the meat. This is how the meat is doing. Ooh, it smells so nice. Now it's time to adjust the flavor. I'm going to reduce the heat now. First, I add the minced garlic, some chili to taste, thyme, oregano, and salt to taste. Mix, mix, mix. Now the meat is properly cooked. I'm going to go ahead and add some marinara sauce. I didn't measure out the marinara, I'm just eyeballing it. Yeah, so I'm going to stir it up, and if it needs more, I'm going to add more as well. Let adjust a little bit. Mix all that together. I just tasted this sauce to know if I could add some sugar. So the reason sugar is important is just to kind of dilute the acidity of the tomato sauce, that's the marinara sauce. But it tastes good to me. It's not so sour, it's not so stingy. This is what our sauce is looking like. It's not as watery. I don't like the consistency. Let me not speak big grammar. So I'm just going to add some of that whey I stored from my ricotta cheese. Just a little bit. Yeah. I think it's okay. Consistency is good now. So I'm going to let this cook for like 2 minutes. Then I turn it off. Put the lid on it and see you in 2 minutes. Don't waka. going to go ahead and turn this off. Turn off. The next thing to do would be to make our ricotta mixture. But before that, I'm going to set my oven up to preheat. I've set the oven up to preheat. Now let's go back to the ricotta mix. For the ricotta mixture, I'm starting up with some homemade ricotta cheese. Okay. Yeah. The green things you see are parsley. Then some mozzarella, shredded mozzarella cheese. Yeah, it's going to be a cheesy lasagna. And I'm going to add some freshly chopped parsley. And next up is pepper. I'm using black pepper for this mixture because I prefer the flavor it gives to cheese better than chili. Then some salt and egg. Now I get to mixing. So now I've turned it to egusi soup. So the thing with lasagna, what I realized that lasagna is a meal that you build up, and it comprises of a lot of items that might need to be processed. Yeah. So like the cheese, the pasta, the bolognese sauce, and all those things. Like that's probably why they eat a lot of processed food abroad, because it's not just something that you can bring out of your fridge or your pantry and throw into the pot. It has its own process. So now that our ricotta mixture is ready, I'm going to start lining it up now. Put it to the side and get my casserole. I know you can't see everything, but the most important dish to look at here is this one, because this is where the whole build-up is happening. Here I have my sauce. So I'm going to start off with a layer of sauce. I throw on my noodle. So now that has happened, I'm going to put a layer of the cheese and follow it up with the ricotta mixture. Okay, now that it's done, I'm going to get our sliced mozzarella and put it on top. Then I get another layer of noodle. Let's put this one here. It smells so good. I'm actually confident that it's going to come out really well, because your girl studied for this test. So it's nothing but an A that I'm gonna get. You know that you've been through, but this girl right here is gonna rule the world. So I'm going to top it off with this. This is the last layer. I'm trying to use up all the noodles I brought out. Then the last marinara. I know our casserole is filled up to the brim, but why not? We're going big or going home. This time, go big or stay home. We're going big or going out, but I'm already at home. So if anything is going to happen, it's a good to go out. To top it all off, I'm going to put this here, put this here, put this here. The shredded mozzarella. So our lasagna is ready to go into the oven. The oven has been heating up for about 10 minutes. It's going to cook for about 45 minutes. But for the first 30 minutes, Also, I'm going to cover it up because we don't want a dry lasagna. So this thing I'm doing is because, I mean, you can see the size of our mix. It's so high, and I'll be covering it with a foil. So the reason I'm putting these toothpicks is so that the foil doesn't get stuck on the cheese. You know how cheese are when they melt. So that's why I'm putting this before I top it off with the foil. Like I said, I went to school for this. This baby is covered up and ready to get popped into the oven. So let's take her there. The eagle has landed or has entered, and I'm going to close her now, and in 30 minutes I'll be back to remove this foil. So see ya in 30 minutes.
30 minutes later.
Time to remove the foil. Pull this out and remove the foil. So I'm just going to push this back and let it cook for 10 more minutes. I know I said 15 minutes earlier on, but I'm just going to let it cook for 10 more minutes because I don't want it to dry up. This my oven is like hellfire. So yeah, the cheese has melted, like everything is all gooey and juicy. So let's just give it 10 more minutes. Or it might not even be up to 10 more minutes. I said 10 more minutes so much that like the time has even passed. So let me just close it and check back on it later. She's ready, so I'm going to turn it off. Ooh. This kind of inspiration you get when your food is about to get ready. Just popped it out of the oven. So let me take out the sticks. They serve their purpose. Ooh, I got some meat in the stick. So nice. Oh my god. Wish I should not open a restaurant and serve only lasagna because this is given. It's giving ciao bella. Oh, just let myself. Let myself. Check out the bubbles. Because she's not here to play. So let me cut into it and we can have a better view of the layers. So as you can see, it's looking good. It came out well. Whew. Okay, let me cut into it. Let's see. Oh, please come out well. Just because of this, my oven dish. See the stretch? Your girl did not come to play. She did not come to play. And this is the kind of food that keeps me up all night. This is it in all its glory. Oh my, did it come out well. See the layers. It's so juicy. It is beautiful. It is appetizing. It looks tantalizing. I know it's kind of broken apart here, but I am proud of every crack on this lasagna because this is my first time. Like, this is my freaking first time and it came out this gorgeous. Let's dig in and find out what it tastes like. Now, see the layers in it. See how yeah, I didn't cut all the way to the end of the dish. That's why this part is like this, but you see the layers. See this side. So it's like I did an excellent job. In fact, please order for your lasagna because your girl is about to open her shop. You know what time it is? It's tasting time. Again, I'm trying to contain my excitement. So I'm just going to dive right in because I cannot wait. It was hard enough waiting for it to cool down. Right now, I can't wait any longer. I cannot take this no more. So, oh my god. I can't believe how I feel right now. If I told you. Do I even have the words for it? Do I? Do I? Okay. Like, it's nice. It's not just nice, it is the lasagna I'm talking about. I'm not going to hype what is not meant to be hyped. Maybe I will do in some occasions, but this is not hype. Like, it's not a drill, it's actually for real. Oh my god, it's perfect. Like, I did it. And I made the perfect drink to go with it. It's an iced tea. I made it at home. It serves as a detox as well. So I'm living. Like,